there are a few things that changed over the last month. So at the beginning of October, we introduced the support for Spark 3.5, and actually it still doesn't cover the support for Iceberg and Delta, the recent libraries that support the recent Spark version. We also added support for Databricks runtime. I think is the latest one. So the colleagues at Databricks do such thing that they mix different Spark libraries. So a single runtime that runs on Spark 3.4 may have a Catalyst version from Spark 3.5. There are some tiny inconsistencies and mismatches between the vanilla Spark and the Spark you run on Databricks. And we do have an integration test for this. And yeah, whenever something is wrong, we try to fix it to support the latest version. So this has been done. And I think perhaps the biggest fix is 2188, which is the fix for the Scala integration. So for some time, we're getting an issue raised that there is something wrong when the lineage is read from the RDD's operation. And the problem was that we were not able to reproduce. So we were getting some code snippet that should reproduce the issue, but whenever I put it into our integration test, the tests were succeeding. And it turned out that it may be a difference when calling the same code from PySpark and from Scala Spark. And it's especially a difference when you do some language-specific operation. I think in this example, it's a sum. Do we have a sum here? Oh, yes, there's at the bottom of the snippet on the right, there's a union RDD1, union RDD2, and then we do a mapping which does some operation on a case class. And in this case, if you run it in Scala, it gets translated to a totally different plan than when you run it through PySpark, because within PySpark, it's all translated into, oh, I'm sorry, so for PySpark, it's translated into Spark SQL, and yeah, we couldn't reproduce it. And for Scala, it's more like RDD stuff. So with this integration test, we could, you know, at the beginning, see the failure and then prepare a fix for this. And we also introduced this test to our package of integration test, which means if there is something wrong on the Scala side, and next time we can yeah, reproduce and fix it. So this was it's a big issue for me because we're chasing it for a long time, and finally we found the root cause. And once the root cause is, you know, when you can reproduce the things, it's always easier to fix it. The last thing was the upgrade of the Jackson library, so the 2233. It got merged on Tuesday night, and it's still not released. So our OpenLinux Java library contained a pretty old Jackson library that was vulnerable to some vulnerability. I don't remember the number. And we upgraded it. This was pretty big because it required upgrading Gradle, and we needed to upgrade Gradle for both Spark project and Flink project also. Yeah, but hopefully you shouldn't feel any difference related to this, except for, you know, the security scans that will be green. Julian, could you move to the next slide? And so that's what has been added recently. And we also, Julian, could you switch the slide? Oh, you did.
I did. Do you see it?
Yeah, you did. I do have a different screen. Yes, it's okay. So what we're planning to do, we're planning to support latest Iceberg and Delta libraries for Spark 3.5. And I know Maciej is going to start working on parent run or Spark application event, wherever you call it, but it's something that many people were expecting and yeah, and wishing to to have it completed. And we're also planning to, I'm planning to prepare a session how to become Spark Open contributor in 5 steps. So if you do have some Spark feature that you would like to get delivered, the best thing is to become the contributor and code it on your own. That's, I would say, the best and the fastest thing to have the new feature accomplished. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And I wanted to clarify, I forgot to mention before, but this Open Lineage meetup at Google in Warsaw is going to be hybrid. So people will be able to watch those talks online live at the same time if they're in a different location. Any questions for Paweł on the Spark side? Thank you for the update.